So I just saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and I was going in pretty much knowing that I was going to love it because it's mainly focused around Miles Morales. He's the new Spider-Man, kind of, in the Ultimate Universe, and now he's got his own comic series and all that. It's basically focused around him becoming Spider-Man, and so I knew I was already going to love it. And I did love it. I'm just going to say that right now. This was awesome. I don't know what caused Sony to make the Raimi trilogy or the Amazing Spider-Man ones or Venom, but they fucked up on all of those, but this one they did fucking amazingly, and I don't know what the hell happened. So to begin with, the art style, I really love it. You don't see it, I don't know, you see it all the time in the trailers, how it looks. It looks different, and the animation is way different, and it's supposed to match how comic books look. That's really cool that they did that. And it's just awesome throughout the entire movie. But in the movie, you can see parts where it just looks fantastic. Like, even if you don't like this style, even if it's like, oh, this is kind of annoying and obnoxious to me, every other part, it's just awesome. I don't know what to tell you, dude. It's fucking awesome. You can see hatching, I think is what it's called. It's almost like when it's shading, but it's just little dots. If you look at comic books, especially older comic books, you'll see that a lot. And all that is all over the place in this movie, and I love it. They really get you used to the idea of a multiverse. A lot of people have issues with like movies not resembling the comic books accurately enough. And in this, they have a Peter Parker in Miles' universe that's blonde. And like, that's just it's not a huge difference, but you know, if that was the main character of the movie, a blonde Peter Parker, people would lose their shit. And so they're just like, here's a different universe. This Peter Parker isn't the same. Here we go. So then they give you the Peter Parker that you always knew and love, and he got some hard times and shit, and he's kind of like he's just kind of a total dick. And it's what people usually don't like about Spider-Man, but they give a backstory as to why, and like his life just kind of went the fuck downhill, and so he just doesn't care about a whole lot. And then he meets Miles, and Miles, you know, he's just trying to become a superhero. He's got these powers thrust upon him, and he's like, okay, well, now I have to do this. It's just really cool, and I love it. They kind of split up. There's 6 spider people. 5 of them I was completely aware of. I had no idea who the fucking little Asian girl was. She was drawn like she was manga. That was kind of cool. But I had no idea who she was, but she was cool. But there's 6, but it's almost split up like 2 teams, especially right at the end, the last fucking climax. It's got Miles Morales, Peter Parker, and Gwen Stacy, who is Spider-Woman. Although now she goes by Ghost Spider. I like that a lot more, but whatever. Those 3 fighting an enemy. I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to spoil the enemies or whatever. But they're fighting an enemy. And then it's got Peter Parker, but from Spider-Man Noir. He's played by Nicolas Cage. And goddamn it, I love it. They've also got Peter Porker, played by, I don't know, but he's Spider-Ham. He's an anthropomorphic pig who's got spider powers. Actually, I think his origin is he was a spider who got bit by a pig, so he just looks like a pig, but I don't know. He's supposed to be goofy, it's supposed to be fucking fun, so whatever, get over yourselves. And then there's Penny Parker, the manga girl, who she has a psychic link with a spider that lives inside of a robot that her dad controlled. I don't know what the fuck that's about. But most of the comedy, there's a lot of comedy in this, but it's like really well paced, and it doesn't feel like regular basic Marvel comedy where it's like serious, and then just like, hey, a little bit of comedy sprinkle tossed in, serious. It's like when they first meet Spider-Man Noir, they're just like, why is he black and white? And why is the hair? How is there wind? We're in like a cave, and he's like, the wind follows me wherever I go. It's funny, and I love it. And Spider-Ham is just hilarious the entire way through. It's all great, and it's a good fucking superhero story for Miles Morales, and it's a good way to learn about the character if you don't want to read the comics. I'd say read the comics, but whatever, do you? I don't know. It was just a great movie. The climax is amazing. It's got a good... It doesn't have anything that feels like it's going to date it, and it definitely doesn't feel like it's like fucking pandering or anything. It just feels like a legit... Train, chill. It just feels like a legit superhero movie. And it's animated, and it's like, usually it's like, oh, it's animated, it's for kids, but like they can do so much more with this now. The action is so fucking engaging, and it's easy to follow, but also it's like, fuck, dude, I'm stressed. Like with other movies, when they try to show Peter getting his powers and like the fucking spasm that he has when he's getting his powers, I never feel, I was like, oh, so he's got a fever? That's weird. Why did a spider bite give him a, it never feels like, oh, good, he's got superhuman abilities now. It just feels like they didn't know what to do. But with this, the closest thing I can link it to is a panic attack, but even then, it's not really that. It's almost as if he's hallucinating his own thoughts, because they show up as a thought bubble, and he kind of acts like he can see them at some point, and then he gets interrupted by somebody else, and then he freaks out some more, and he's running, and all of it, like every little thought that he has is just pounding in his head, and it's all screaming, and he can't really hear himself think or hear himself speak. It's really cool. I love the way that they did that. I love the art style. I love the music. Oh my god, I bought the soundtrack last night just because I knew I was gonna love it. But fuck, dude. The soundtrack is awesome. Everybody, look up the soundtrack and listen to it, or buy it. Just buy it. It's like fucking $12. Just buy it. It's awesome. I love it. It's got X-Tenation or whatever everybody... It's got him on it. Everybody loved him, I thought. He didn't do anything bad. He's not 69. He's not a child toucher. But yeah, no, it's all really good music, and all the music in the movie isn't on the soundtrack, which I was a little bummed about, but also I understand there's probably licensing issues. The Spider-Man theme is on the list of the music, but it was like, oh, it was provided to us by Marvel. We can't. I don't know. But all the songs that's on the soundtrack are all really fucking good, and I love it. But yeah, that's all I really got to say. I love this movie. I don't know. I love it. I love it. Go watch it. Everybody go watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, starring Miles Morales. Oh, wait, also, it's got a little thing with Donald Glover in it. He's not in it, but when he talks to his Uncle Aaron for the first time, like he's in his apartment, look at the TV. When you go to watch it, look at the TV. Just look at the TV. I'm not going to say what's on it or what's going on or nothing like that. Just look for his TV and look at it, and Donald Glover's on it. I'll say that. But if you know what scene it is, fucking awesome. I do. I know what scene it's from. I love that scene because it's sort of like a nod, but it's not a nod because it wasn't a thing at the time. I don't know. I love it. God damn it. Go watch this movie. All right, I'm done saying that. Go watch this movie. All right. Bye.